Всем здорово, с вами SLEVIN. Сейчас мы идем продолжать играть в Max Payne 3. Закончили мы вот на этой вот сцене, где, в общем, он вернулся за мной, мне помог в итоге. И вот мы там типа отблагодарили друг друга, называется. В общем, погнали дальше.
Well, buddy, that's it.
Where you guys gonna go?
I don't know, maybe back to New York, maybe down to Argentina. Giovanna has family in Salvador. Maybe we'll just stay there.
Yeah, I got business to take care of.
Да,
I'm sorry
отлично.
I dragged you into this. I know it was
Конечно,
very wrong.
ошибкой.
It's done. And hey, I'm having myself a fun old time.
Нифига у него развлечение всех валить.
Might as well die in the sunshine as die in the snow.
Look, I'm sorry, I'm leaving. I got a kid coming.
Да, понимаю прекрасно, иди.
You know, I almost didn't say goodbye to you. I said to myself, maybe this guy will put a bullet in me.
Maybe I will. But not right now.
Давай, давай, все. Удачи тебе и семье.
Max, huh? Life is worth living.
If you say so, pal.
I thought I was going to have to witness another murder.
Конечно.
Not him.
You ready?
I guess.
Okay. I've looked through this information you gathered, and it's not very nice.
What is it?
It's the UFA.
Давай, давай, уже не тренди, поехали.
Friend of Victor Bronco.
Yes. And a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of
Государственный
course.
чиновник.
A weapons dealer. A murderer.
Торговец оружием, убийца, торгует
dealer
органами.
in human
Кай сделал в итоге?
This wasn't known.
A proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to
Разумеется.
lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself.
Так ты
All that
очкун в
after watching
итоге.
him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially, there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
Well, we can always try something a little more
Да
creative.
давай уже завалим от его, да и все, погнали.
Creative? De Silva had promised me a 10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my close-up. Diga a Becker. Que vim para ele.
Ты сдался. А вот это уже интересно, что-то он решил сдастся.
Ei, olha aqui. Tropa, tropa. Ei, moço. Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
Manda tua conta, rapaz.
Vai fudeu! Meu conta eu quero
Смейтесь, смейтесь.
Ela não desgruda dela, meu.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso.
А, вот
Quebra esse
ты,
otário aí.
Deixa comigo, vou dar uma lição nele.
продажные чертоманы.
Então, o pai dela não desgruda. Ladrão, filha da puta! Vai atrás de inocentes! Vai se fuder aqui dentro, rapaz! Vamos aqui! Eu não fiz nada! Que você vai se proteger, caralho! Tá pensando o quê? Hã? Onde é que você vem? Fica aí, caralho! E eu? Se fudeu, filha da puta! Otário! Vai, aí, otário!
О, кто-то висит.
Ô, ô, segura a porta aí.
Eu vi uma outra versão. Vamos resolver aquela parada lá, hein? Demorou.
Ну ничего, ничего, я вам устрою райскую жизнь тут тоже.
Hey, what are you doing here? Huh? I ask you a question. Answer him. Answer him. What are you doing? What?
What are you doing here?
O que você está fazendo aqui?
What are you doing here? I don't understand. I can't hear you.
What are you doing here?
Doing here? Hit me in the ear. Hey, answer me. What are you doing here? Back in the precinct after all this time. Time to find out what the hell was going on.
Чё, черти попались, да?
I knew nothing resembling good times lay beyond that gate, but I was gonna have to face the music sooner or later.
Так, у вас что-то вот улики.
I guess our little stunt helped some other civic-minded people raise valid concerns about community relations. Their faces said it all. I was on their side, but how could they know that? If they came through that door, I'd be leaving as a human shield and never leaving at all.
Давайте, давайте.
Luckily for me, for once the police arrived just in time. It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Por favor, eu te fiz uma pergunta, pô. A gente não tinha nada a ver com aquilo. Prometo, cara. Tua última chance. Me dá um nome.
The last few prisoners were trapped in here, and more pressingly, it seemed I was too.
А ты чё, por favor, тебе?
Luckily,
Продажники.
I wasn't the only cop with a pill problem. It was Monday's arrest log, as far as I could tell, and no sign of anybody from Nova Esperanza. All those poor bastards have been checked straight into the Imperial Palace Hotel.
А на табушку.
That kid had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. and then immediately regretted that decision.
What the fuck? Не, она меня гасит. Ага. Лови подарок.
Wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, then blown my head off. Any time the prison riot had bought me was starting to run out. I had to keep moving.
Porra, você tá tentando fazer?
Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes. Every bastard in the joint must have known I was on the loose by now. I couldn't afford to waste any more time. Special Forces painkillers.
Painkillers. Герои, блин.
Police food, the same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there was more pressing matters to deal with.
Вот и все.
They'd come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running.
О, что-то лежит золотишко.
Seemed the anti-drug squad had a few habits of its own. It looked like the prisoners were giving them a run for their money. That's what happens when you hand some roided-up half-wit a commando uniform with special on the front and let him ride around his hometown in a tank playing soldiers. Sooner or later, someone's gonna decide he's not so special.
Идут спецназовцы,
There were a
идут
bunch more in the
моськи.
elevator, tooled up like they were about to roll into Fallujah. And of course, they were headed my way.
Вот и все, пришли тут,
If the heat was rising, that
выскочили
meant I was
они на
getting
меня,
closer to the
смотри
source.
на них.
I had to keep moving.
Ничего, ничего. Всем достанется.
If there was one thing I learned since being in Sao Paulo, it was that me and the local elevators were not a good mix. Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
Ты чё, бессмертный, что ли? Да ёп, ты налево. Я думал, ты крутой.
I'd killed more cops than cholesterol, and still no sign of Becker. It wasn't the first time it dawned on me I should probably have gone over the plan in more detail, but it was too late for AUP. Those were the guys who jumped the yacht in Panama. And what was this? Had the Brazilian cops tipped them off about the money?
По пути.
If I didn't hurry, Becker would be long gone.
Таблетосики. Взяли они меня под стражу.
I still didn't know how I'd gone from drinking myself numb in New Jersey to looting corpses in Brazil. But this was where I was. 5,000 miles from a home I couldn't go back to on another suicide mission to clean up a mess that wasn't even mine. I'd spent my career. The CS were all but out of business in Sao Paulo, and suddenly Becker and Victor looked like local heroes in the war on crime. They'd really gotten their money's worth outsourcing their problems onto me. My old pal Serrano. We'd both been unwitting clowns in this sorry circus. Part of me hoped he'd made it out of that hotel alive. I didn't recognize the guy. Maybe this was the new slum king De Silva had talked about. A throne never stays empty for long. Fame at last. It was no great surprise I'd made Ufe's most wanted list. I hadn't done much to improve the reputation of Americans abroad over the past few weeks, and there they were, my illustrious employers, 3 dead and still every chance I'd go 4 for 4. None of this was gonna look good on the resume.
Max
And I was
Payne.
in good company. Howell Passos, sent up north to find a washed-up gringo who would act tough and play dumb. Boy, did he ever deliver.
Все посмотрели нормально. Автомат лежал. Зря вышел. Дядь.
It was starting to feel as if I'd never leave that place. Like one of those nightmares where you keep running and running only to discover you're chasing yourself. Nothing I was gonna find in there could make a difference now. I had all the evidence I needed. Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast. The bastards had me locked in. That would have been too easy. The doors were all locked. There had to be something else I wasn't seeing. That would have been too easy. If I didn't do something soon, I was going to be crying myself to a very long sleep. My eyes and throat burned, but at least I could breathe.
Давай,
I was trying to work out
братан.
what direction I was headed in when I discovered some more Brazilian architecture not designed for the American physique.
О, CD-шки, карты.
There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system. Jesus, it was that guy. I had seen him in the favela, Bachmeyer, Becker's right-hand man. His time would come, him and Becker.
Я же должен вынести ему мозги, да, по-любому. А мне сюда. Капец. Последний остался, но ничего.
I couldn't get that tape out of my head. Why had Ufe killed Rodrigo? I wasn't gonna find any answers in the forensics lab.
Hey, pal. Nice to see you.
Vai pra casa, gringo de merda!
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I know who you are.
And you should have killed me in the office when you had the chance.
Была
There's still
возможность.
time, meu camarada!
What the fuck?
Vou adorar te matar!
Все. Компрента.
Another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. I felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else, something buried deep in the past. Rodrigo, Giovanna, Passos, everyone who'd meant anything was gone, like so many times. It was a little late to be thinking about precautions, but something told me this shit show was barely through the warm-up act. It was time to get out of that circus before any more clowns showed up. About the only friend I had left in that town.
Por favor. Выскочил, добряк.
It felt like I was going around in circles, getting further away from the truth.
Да
I
насрать
had
на
to
него.
find my way out of there.
Патрончики.
Caralho, perdi. Beleza, perdi.
Никогда. Сдался он.
Mirem para matar!
Два контрольненьких.
Becker and Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Now I was coming for mine.
Puta que pariu! Pega ele! Vai, avança! Vamos! Pode pegar ele, porra! Vamos acabar com essa merda agora! Vamos indo!
Se estiver na
Beleza,
mira,
rapaziada, bom trabalho. Só tô esperando a confirmação do outro grupo, mas o gringo já deve estar morto agora.
Senhor!
Так, ну на этом мы закончим. Продолжим, наверное, в следующем видео. В общем, всем прекрасного дня и до следующего раза.